The music industry was shaken on November 16th when singer Cassie sued her ex-boyfriend, hip-hop mogul Diddy. Diddy was thrust into the public eye by this legal drama, particularly since he had been rebranding himself as Brother Love since 2017. The lawsuit also sparked a wave of additional allegations, including claims from two other women. The news had the entire industry abuzz. The lawsuit accuses Diddy of mistreating and abusing her during their decade-long romantic relationship. The issues surrounding Diddy's alleged involvement in Tupac's affairs were subtly and indirectly addressed by his former friend-turned-Fox partner, Mase. However, reports indicate that the founder of the Bad Boy brand is preparing to respond to Mase by releasing some old footage that could implicate the welcome-back hitmaker since Fallout. The Harlem World rapper even went on Instagram Live to explain why he chose to call out Diddy in his song Oracle 2, standing firm on his perspective. Despite the fact that the two rappers were on good terms last year after dropping his Diddy diss track, Mase continued to criticize his former label boss on social media, highlighting the long-standing tensions between the two rappers. Mase continued, saying things like, "Brothers never pay the artist, but they love to pay the freaks, and when your main artist died, who the hell did you call out of the blue?" Mase also fired shots at the ongoing drama in the hip-hop world. Although Mase isn't named in the song specifically, it's clear that the Bad Boy founder is the target of his lyrics. Rumor has it that Diddy is planning to release more information about Mase, his former protege. More than 10 years ago, Mase got into trouble over an alleged claim from a former. A disgruntled churchgoer claimed that Mase stole money from the congregation to finance his rap career, which he expressed through his song Eviction. An artist by the name of Legacy Jesus has made shocking accusations against Mase, so you've got this rapper Mase right, he was big in the late. His debut album Harlem World went quadruple platinum, and he was all over the charts in the 1990s under Puff Daddy's Bad Boy Records. But here's the twist, his hardcore fans thought he went soft to win them back, so he dropped a darker album Double Up, but just to prove to them that he was still a pop-friendly artist. When he was building it up in 1999, Mase surprised everyone by announcing that he was giving up rap because he had found God. He takes a 5-year hiatus, becomes a pastor in Atlanta, and establishes his own church. Some people believe that Mase was driven out of Harlem by the rap scene, but in 2004, he returns with a. In 2005, he signs up with 50 Cent and attempts to leave Bad Boy for Gunna, but Puff won't let him go. I won't disclose who I heard it from, but from what I heard, the deal was basically ready. It's a clean record, welcome back, but it's pretty evident he's not delighted about it. To move forward, everyone gave their approval, and then Puffy demanded more, which is what caused the agreement to collapse. At that point, 50 and Puffy most likely began to have a falling out, so I'm not sure how the specifics work, but you know how the music industry was built from the ground up to exploit artists. If a musician is unaware of this, they simply aren't aware of it. This led to a falling out between 50 Cent and Mase in 2006 and 2007, when there were rumors that he was leaving Bad Boy for SRC Records and releasing an album named The Suicide Note, but none of those things came to pass. Instead, rumors about Mase and a transgender prostitute circulate. By now, it's clear that Mase isn't in pastor mode anymore, leaving fans perplexed as to why. In 2012, Mase and Puff got into a beef, and Mase signed a Bad Boy New Thing under the Interscope Records. Puff gives him the go-ahead to collaborate with other musicians and release a new album. You guessed it, Mase intends to release the album the following year, returning to his hardcore roots. But this is where things get crazy. Atlanta rapper Legacy the Jesus divulges that he attended Mase Church for 3 years. Reveals that Mase used the funds from his congregation to finance his rap albums. Legacy accuses him of being a hypocrite, claiming that Mase taught one thing while acting on a different principle, hitting nightclubs and then urging guys to be faithful. Legacy even refers to Mase as a false prophet and demands more from his pastor. "How much money do you think I owe this guy?" DJ Envy brought out how Mase was accused of making the same money move on one of his own artists, kind of like what they're claiming about Diddy, on The Breakfast Club last year. Diddy went all over denying he stole from his artist, and he said Mase owed him $3 million. Diddy was genuine about it, stating he's not into gossip, but he's here to lead and give guidance. He said straight up, "My name is." Diddy Envy asked whether Diddy saw it in the "I told you so" moment, but Diddy shut it down. He then called Mase accusations terrible propaganda, trying to screw with his rep. Diddy Shawn arrives, saying, "I never took anything from nobody." He then goes on to say, all he's done is give people opportunities and more cash than they were making. Charlemagne pressed for an answer, questioning whether Diddy actually took money from his artists. Diddy denied it, bringing up the fact that many artists had accused Diddy of doing this. When things get tight financially, Diddy responds by calling Mase out, saying, "I did one album with Mase. How much money do you think I owe this guy?" Diddy also calls Mase a fake pastor who defiles God's name and challenges anyone with proof to stand up. Diddy is not playing and is defending himself and everyone else, but here's the kicker. Diddy claimed that Mase owed him $3 million for an album advance that he never delivered. Diddy has the receipts, so he's not arguing. Just show him the receipt if you believe he owes you, and you'll be paid within 24 hours. How much money does someone like Mase owe you? I'm just throwing this out there, but the reason I say he owes me $3 million is because I have the receipt for the second album you paid for, but the second album never arrived, so you get the idea. I won't elaborate. Go back and forth with Mase. You know what I mean. I'm not going to go back and forth with anyone. I'm just going to speak up for myself if I'm here. You understand what I mean? I'm not going to have you think about something that I detest. Thief, I hate people who don't have anything, and I don't hate anyone in general, but that's with people who just got something and took advantage of someone else's labor for their own gain, and I don't like that. Mase didn't waste time and responded by saying Diddy was upset because he didn't let. In an attempt to promote his crappy song, he staged a fake apology and posted a video clip on Instagram and TikTok. Later, he posted more audio in response to Diddy's remarks, going so far as to disparage Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, by teasing that everything is in her name. He also mocked Diddy when he mentioned receipts. Let's begin with your mother. Mase became personal, emphasizing how musicians who could support him are no longer in the scene. Biggie Craig Mack Black Rob disappeared, claiming they had signed papers. Mase reminded everyone that not all money is good money. How did this talk about receipts? You need more proof that Biggie isn't here, so Biggie can't give you any receipts because he's dead. Craig M. can't give you any receipts because he's dead. What are you talking about, Black Rob? Black Rob can't give you any receipts because he's dead. Your mother has the receipts because everything is in your mother's name. I'm the only one with the courage to refuse to sign the paperwork because I don't need the money back. In 2020, 21 Mase formally took on the role of pastor of Gathering Oasis Church in Atlanta, shifting away from the music industry that he notably left behind in 1999. In January 2020, he performed for a Bad Boy tribute. However, the brotherly love didn't seem to last long. Gathering Oasis Church welcomed Mase on board following a smooth transition from their previous pastor, Cornelius Lindsay. They thanked Lindsay on Facebook, and Mase expressed his desire to become a minister. His last official single was Nothing in 2014. Excitement for the new project and urging people to anticipate great things from God in 2021, but let's not forget that Mase isn't just picking fights with Diddy, he also has beef with other well-known rappers. Back in September 2020, Mase slammed Kanye West for what appeared to be a mocking reference to him in his 2010 song Devil in a New Dress. Pointed out that Kanye was going through a similar phase of devotion with Sunday services and gospel albums when he chose to concentrate on his faith. Mase reminded Kanye that the system and mindset he's fighting against today once used Kanye to shame him for leaving that very system. Mase demanded a public apology from Kanye for suggesting that. In 2017, Cam shared a clip from a documentary implying that Mase was a fake teacher attempting to deceive his followers. Cam brought this to the attention of fans and added some mocking remarks. Mase's decision to follow God at the height of his career was a mistake. Rapper Cameron also had some words for Ma's ministry, calling him a con. And following Ma's lead in an Instagram Live speech earlier that year, Cam offered an alternative interpretation of Mase's decision to become a pastor, speculating that Mase did so to avoid violence and public attention, believing that people can't have a problem with me if I'm in church. Prior to this post, Cam hinted at a reaction to Ma's diss track, The Oracle, where Mase was featured. claimed that Cam had slept with his own sister, denied having a sister, stating that Mase would be the only one, stressed doing what one must, but is only now receiving the recognition that he deserves. The ongoing beef between Mase and Puffy has continued longer than anticipated. In January 2020, Diddy attended the Grammy Awards and spoke about a variety of topics. Truth be told, hip-hop has never been appreciated by the Grammys. Diddy didn't hold back during his statement advocating for greater diversity in the music industry. As artists, we are sensitive about our work and passionate about it. For the majority of us, this is all we have and our only hope. When Diddy made a speech at the Grammys about the disrespect the music industry has for hip-hop and the need for artists to be transparent. While many people found the speech insightful, Mase took offense because he felt Diddy didn't live up to his words. After all, Mase, who was a part of Diddy's Bad Boy Records, publicly airs his grievances on Instagram. On January 31, 2020, in a post, Mase discussed his previous business troubles, feeling defrauded and undercompensated. He mentioned Diddy's publishing, which he had bought for $20,000 24 years prior, and how he attempted to repurchase it for $2 million, only to be told he had to match a European offer or wait until he was 50. Mase called for Diddy. In a September interview with Billboard, Diddy disclosed that he and Mase had reconciled and that he had begun the process of redistributing song publishing rights to Mase and other former Bad Boy artists. This public statement, which called for change and to give artists their due, shocked some but did not surprise many who claimed to have seen Diddy's greed for years, sharing examples. Around the time of the Grammy Gala in 2021, Diddy, who was honored as an industry icon, revealed that he started the rights transfer in May or June of that same year, realizing the need for reform after coming under fire for how he handled the Big Boy catalog. Proud to have restored publishing as a business, he chose purpose over profit. The past few weeks have been difficult for Puffy because his billion-dollar company, Empire, is facing significant obstacles. He is also temporarily resigning from his position as chairman of Revolt. Oh, and there are lawsuits. Tonight, music mogul Sha Diddy is accused of sexual assault and sex trafficking in a lawsuit that was filed in federal court in New York. Is disputing accusations of rape, physical abuse, and sex trafficking made by his former girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie Ventura, in a startling new lawsuit called Welcome Back Music Mogul. This time, a woman says the rapper drugged and sexually assaulted her in New York City back in 1991. The mogul is estimated to be worth. Despite being one of the wealthiest hip-hop artists with a diverse business portfolio that includes a record label, drinks company, and TV station, Diddy is currently facing $1 billion in allegations of multiple assaults, which has caused some companies to distance themselves from him. 3 women filed a lawsuit against Diddy in November, alleging assault and abuse, which had consequences for his various ventures. Setbacks. Diddy has had his clothing brand phased out, stepped back from his role as chairman of the TV company Revolt, and been dropped by a private school he helped open. Business experts warned that this could be just the beginning of troubles for the mogul, whose estimated net worth is $1 billion. 18 brands have cut their ties with Empower Global. Annette Diddy's reputation and business interests are under scrutiny, and despite being hailed as one of the most successful entrepreneurs and cultural icons, some of his business partners are reevaluating their associations with him as allegations surface. Diddy operates through his umbrella company, Global, and has partnerships that generate over $90 million annually. Taking the accusations seriously and not putting up with such behavior were Yao from the House of Takura and Annette Azen from the Nudie System. Leonard Greer from No One Chloe's and Ashley Gillick from Surrey also severed ties, highlighting the conflict between the accusations and their principles of respect for everyone. It appears that Diddy's empire facing significant difficulties with brands distancing themselves. Despite Diddy's initial excitement over investing over $20 million, some brands have already vanished from the website, signaling a rapid decline for Empower Global. Hab Berry, the founder of Fula, a high-end jewelry brand, has left, emphasizing her commitment to empowering women. While some brands remain, the departure of Surrey and other brands is seriously harming Empower Global and raising concerns about its viability. Founders suggest that many initially supported the vision of Empower Global's former CEO, Khadija Robinson, but Robinson's departure in February, coupled with his lackluster platform performance, has many questioning their association with Diddy, has aided in the exodus. Rebecca Allen, the founder of the shoe company bearing her name, was already preparing to split up with the company owing to poor sales, and the accusation accelerated her decision. Empower Global is a subscription-based business that charges sellers $35 per month plus 10% of sales. Some brands argue the platform didn't increase sales as anticipated, but not all brands are leaving the ship, but the fallout is still visible despite the controversies. Diddy denies all claims, settling with Cassie without acknowledging guilt. The heat is damaging not only Empower Global but also Diddy's relationship with the massive liquor company Dio, creating a wider brand catastrophe that discourages smaller brands, some of which are not as well known as Dio. Stephen Gao, the man behind the upscale clothing brand bearing his name, is not only departing but also demanding a complete refund, dealing a serious blow to Diddy's business endeavors. Diddy established the record label Bad Boy in 1992, collaborating with well-known hip-hop artists. He later broadened his business endeavors to include a drinks company called Comb Spirits and entered into partnerships with significant beverage companies, but accusations and legal issues have damaged his reputation in the business, causing him to break off relationships with some partners. Diddy has also experienced setbacks, such as the school cutting off ties and Diddy terminating partnerships. He has also been supporting the Capital Preparatory Charter School through philanthropy. Of scandals permeates Diddy's empire, and it's obvious that the fallout extends beyond his commercial endeavors. The split with former partner Mase adds another level of drama, exposing a strained working relationship characterized by moral conflicts and money disagreements. I can't hold Puff responsible for this because I can't say he's doing it or not. I'm still asking you guys because everything people do makes me wonder why they keep tripping on me. If you look at the people who hate on me, they're from revolt shows that run Revolt. The people who had major issues with Mase and WR also come from Revolt, which runs Revolt. It seems as though they want me to be something bad for them since it won't be bad for me, so answer that. But since we actually chatted, did he ruin if he run Revolt? So when I hit him up and I say, you got people every time they try to discredit my name. You don't think that I've been barred from other opportunities? You don't think that I've been denied money? You don't think that it affects my ability to make a living? You're a black ball right now. Well, I'm going to be honest now. I make a lot of money outside of music. Mase accuses Diddy of financial irregularities, but Diddy fiercely denies any wrongdoing, claiming that he has always given artists opportunities and support. The conflict between the two highlights the difficulties in the music industry and raises issues with loyalty, integrity, and the blurring of boundaries between personal and professional relationships. Diddy has also been accused of sexual abuse. Further complicate the story by having brands distance themselves from his Empower Global platform as allegations mount. The once thriving business mogul finds himself embroiled in court cases and facing the possibility of the collapse of a billion-dollar empire. Amidst all of this chaos, Diddy's reputation, legacy, and the complex dance between accountability and power as the saga develops. Only time will tell how Diddy's empire will be affected in real time and whether the echoes of discord will reverberate across hip-hop history.